Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading Mentoring Live. Sorry I was a little late. I had a little technical problem as I tried to go live. So if you can hear me out there, would you let me know just to make sure we're working? I almost gave up. I tried a couple other things and finally got it to work. So yeah, if you can hear me, please let me know. So listen, thank you for coming today. This is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live. Today is Monday, November 8th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day, and we are in the first week. Oh, good. Good, Paxton, thank you. And we are in the first day of the new trading week. The final hour is my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions for my swing trade, because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms. I consider the end of day prices to be the most valid price of the day. And that is why I primarily make all my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades at the end of the day. So thank you for coming. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I hope you all had a nice weekend. Hope you're doing well. Hope your trading day is going well. Currently, the Dow is up 112 points, up 0.31%. The NASDAQ is up 41 points, up 0.26%. And the S&P is up 8.89, up 0.19%. So here's the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them going forward. I had a whole slew of day trades today. I've been busy day trading, so I will share those with you also. After that, we'll go over to the board where my students have their current positions. We'll talk about when they bought them, why they bought them, and how they are performing. After that, we'll switch gears. We'll talk about trader psychology, always my most favorite part of the podcast, because trading psychology, and most importantly, having the discipline to follow your plan, is the most important skill that you'll ever develop in trading. After that, I do have some potential end-of-day candidates that I am considering today. I have 3 requirements before I look to enter any new trade. First, I need a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2-to-1, based upon support below me and resistance above me. And then lastly, I need to have a complete trading plan for regardless of what market I'm trading, regardless of what strategy I'm trading, and that includes the following for me: position sizing based upon current market volatility. Number 2, knowing what your maximum allowed loss is. Number 3, knowing where your emergency stop is. Number 4, knowing where your end of day stop is. Number 5, knowing where significant overhead resistance levels are, number 5, knowing where your intraday profit targets are. Number 6, knowing where overhead resistance levels are. And number 7, having a good trailing stop methodology so that if you have a profitable trade, you don't give it all back. All right, so using those criteria, I will go down through the potential end of day list. I'll try to narrow it down to the best trade of the day, and if I find something that makes sense, I will buy it right before the close. After the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need clarification or anything, happy to clarify. And then lastly, if you'd like me to look at any potential ticker symbols today, and if you would like my opinion on them, I'm happy to give that to you. Just put them in the live stream. And then lastly, if my students have any new entries or exits for me today, if they could please wait until the end of the day before telling me about them. That way I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and all the pressure's off. So, all right, well, listen, let's run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Let me regroup from the technical issue. I was about 2 seconds away from going, oh, sorry, we can't do it. But luckily, somehow I did it. I'm not sure. But hang tight. I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I will be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who's here today. George is here. Hi, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, George. Thanks for coming. There's my buddy, Mike Wilkinson, aka Leva. Good to see you, Mike. Thank you so much for the nice heads up on the Netflix trade. I'll show that in a minute, but Mike sent me an email with that, and it really paid off. David says, hello, Gregorian traders. Nice to see you, David. Nigma is here. Hi, guys. Nigma, I got your email. I have not forgotten to reply. I just had a busy weekend, but I will. But good to see you, and I will answer your question. Bacon Bandit, loud and clear. Oh, very good. Good. George says, yep, it's working. Dave says, loud and clear. Tracy says, hi, Greg and group. Good to see you, Tracy. Nick Kelly says, sounds good. Good to see you, Nick. Thank you for coming. Anything I can help you with, please let me know. There's my friend Paxton. Good to see you, Packy. Hope you and Tracy are doing well. There's Jonathan from Ireland. Good to see you, Jonathan. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's well. There's Dan with the peace sign. Good to see you, buddy. And I think that's it. All right. So let's start off with Amazon on swing. Actually, no. I'm going to do day trades first so I can clean up the charts, because this has been... It was kind of a crazy day. All right, here we go. First on deck, Facebook. I did have a nice little sideways motion that created a fractal. Here's a high with two lower highs to the left, high, two lower highs to the right. Move sideways, move sideways. As soon as we triggered that fractal on this bar, I bought at 341.41, immediately took off. I took some profits up here at 341.98. Also took more profits here on this next bar up here, and that was enough for me at 342.61. I had some other trades and I needed to pay attention. So I bought the break of the sideways fractal at 341.41, got out at 341.98, and got out at 342.61 for a nice little day trade on Facebook. So let me take those off because I am in Facebook. Okay, so that's that trade. Tesla trade. I did short Tesla, did not work out very well. I usually don't have this big of a loss, but I did short Tesla here. Same type of trade, shorting the break of the fractal after sideways motion. I shorted here 1183.70. Here's the sideways motion. Here's the fractal, triggered it, went down for a minute, then came back up. Here we triggered a new fractal, and I was like, that's a good enough place to get out. So this was a losing trade. I shorted at 1183.70. I got out at 1190.20. So that one was a loser, not so hot tamale. Netflix, this is the trade I was telling you about earlier. Michael Leva alerted me that Netflix was back at halfway of the big down bar. We had the big down bar on Friday. We got to halfway, and if we have a reversal back to halfway into a big down bar position previously, I like to look for short. So I did go short hunting on the 5-minute, and I found that right here. So remember, this is the 5-minute bar, but Tesla was at halfway of the big down bar previously. We rallied back half. I went to a smaller time frame to look for a short. I shorted here with the rejection of the 100-day moving average. I shorted at 654. I covered some here at 651.70. Covered some more here at 650.70, and then I had a close above the previous day's high. I got out at 652.65. So I shorted at 654, covered at 652.65, covered at 651.70, covered at 651.20, and covered at 650.70. So that was a nice little trade there to make up for the Tesla short. All right, so I can get rid of Netflix. guess I'll just leave it there. The Qs had a kind of a tough time with the Qs today. It went up, but not the time that I bought it. We went back here all the way back in the day here, and I did buy the Qs here with a higher low V1, bought it at 398.33. It initially went up and then boom, right down, closed below halfway the washout bar. Had to get out of that trade for a loss. Then I took another shot at the Qs here with the bounce at the 200, bought at 398.17, and went right down against me, closed below the 200, had to get out of that as well. So kind of a mixed bag. Oh, and I do have one more. I do have Apple. This was a good trade. We came all the way up to the 200-day moving average. Right when it got there, as close as it can, that's where I shorted. I shorted at 150.96. I did take some profits the next bar at 150.87. Had a big down bar, took some profits 150.69. And then as we got into the value zone, I felt like that was probably enough, covered at 150.59. So shorted at 150.96, covered at 150.87, covered at 150.69, covered at 150.59. But all in all, it was a good update for day trading, so I'm always thankful for that. So now let's get back to our swing trades. I don't have Tesla. I don't have Netflix. I don't have Qs. Don't have Apple. Okay, good enough. So let's get to our swing trades here on Amazon. Lova, Gary, and I did buy Amazon. It's been a nice trade with rejection of the 250-day moving average. Bought this at 33.10.49. It's gone up like a rocket ship as it moves up. I always take partial profits. Everyone knows that. Once it got to my 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, which is here at 34.24, I went into trailing stop mode. We have not had a close below the previous day's low. It did get above 65 RSI. So therefore, if it closed below the 5 EMA, I would get out. It is down 0.43% on the day, but this particular trade up 5.61%. So pretty good. VIXI. I did buy VIX along with Ava, Bacon Bandit, and Karen. We bought VIX back here a couple days ago, under 30, over 30, plus a V1, bought at 2022, moved up nicely on Friday, moved up earlier today. It was up. It's down a penny now. Did hit one profit target. That's why I like to use profit targets at 21.25. It is down 0.05% on the day, but this particular trade is up 3.07%. And then Facebook. Lova, David, Ava, Karen, and I did buy Facebook with the close under 200, close over 200. Bought this at 323.52, and this has moved up nicely. It's moved my 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. Do have to look and see if this might have a close below the previous day's low. I'll have to get out. It's down 0.11% today, but on the trade, it is up 5.23%. So very, very happy with that. So all sorts of nonsense going on here today as far as all sorts of day trades and so forth. Let's take a look here. Let me take care of this real quick. All right, that's done. And this is also done. All right, so let's get over to your trades, see how those are looking. All right. Here we go. Monster Energy. All right, who's in Monster here? I think we have Jonathan still. At least I have it here. Double bottom, bullish divergence, under 30, over 30 was the trigger, bought at 84.91. This has just raced up like crazy. Don't know if Jonathan held through earnings, but this is up down 0.86% on the day. But for Jonathan, up 6.54. So very, very nice. Melly. Great trade for Ava, this intraday test of the 200-day moving average. She nailed it at the 200, bought it at 16.10. It's 16.58.32. It's up 1.75% on the day and just about the same on the trade. So congratulations, Ava. She's keeping that great trading streak alive. Lova, let's see, is that all we have? Yeah, we have Lava in SPCE, Virgin Galactic, under 30, over 30, bought at 1847. It's 1984. It's up 1.59% today. And on the trade, Lava is up 6.8%. Way to go. LRCX, another Lava offering, 520 crossover, bought here at 572.70. It's 611.94. It's up 0.19% on the day, and on the trade up 6.43%. Wow. AAL, another huge move here for Bacon Bandit with an intraday rejection of the 250-day moving average at 1984. It's 22.18. It's up 1.65% today, and on the trade up 10.6%. How about that, everybody? Don't get that on the Joe Rogan show. All right, Steve Burns did buy Charles River Laboratories, under 30, over 30, bought this at 375.44. It's 372.81. It is slightly down on the day, and it is also slightly down on the trade. ALKS, Lava bought ALKS higher low V2 at 30.62. It's 29.12. It's down 4% today, down on the day, also down on the trade. Zoom, I have Michael Martin in Zoom all the way back here, under 30, over 30, triple bottom, bullish divergence, 256.74. Moved up very, very strong, but has come zooming down to earth. So don't know if Michael still has all part. He can let me know if, but it is down 1.62% on the day, but it is up still technically on the trade. Otis, Lava bought Otis a couple days ago, higher low V2 at 81.78. It's 82.06. It is up on the day and up on the trade. Karen and Steve Burns are in Robinhood, under 30, over 30. Nice sideways motion when they bought it. They bought it at 34.97. It's 37.74. It's up 2% today, and it is up 7.47. It's up 7.47% on the trade. So congratulations. That's a monster. BIIB, we have Michael Martin buying BIIB back here, under 30, over 30 at 269.90. Did go down, rallied strong, down hard today, down 1.93%, but up on the trade. BYD, we have Steve and Karen bought BYD with a 520 crossover at 67.30. It's 64.65. It is down 4.12% today on the day, and also down on the trade. Fiverr, Steve and Karen bought Fiverr with an under 30, over 30 at 159.11. It's 160.97. It's up 1.71% on the day, and also up on the trade. Cisco, we have Dynamic Duo and Lava, higher low V2 at 55.65. It's 57.07. It's up a penny, but it is nicely up on the trade. Snap having a big day today for Steve, Kamal, David. Bought Snap under 30, over 30. There was a couple other entries in here. Steve bought at 52.26, but it is up 3.65% just on the day. So congratulations, Steve, Kamal, and David. DT Dynatrace Ava bought Dynatrace at 75.40. It's 76.55. It is up on the day, and Ava is also nicely up on the trade. Boeing down a little bit today for Dynamic Duo, David and Kamal. Kamal bought down here about 206 or 206.50. Had a huge move up. This is down 0.8% today, but on the trade up about 7.42%. So that's excellent. XLU, Bacon Bandit, Lava bought the intraday rejection of the 200 at 65.08. It's 66.10. It's down 1.65% today, but up on the trade. Roku, Karen and Steve bought Roku with an under 30, over 30. Bought this at 277.82. It's 278.89. It is down 6 cents today, but it is up on the trade. And last but not least, Tel from Frank. Frank bought Tel under in the value zone with the V1. Nailed it here. Absolutely nailed it at 337. It's 468. It is down a little bit today. Hasn't been down for a while, but this trade up 27% 0.78%. So, man, have we got some good traders around this podcast. Congratulations, everyone. Okay, speaking of Steve Burns, there he is. Good to see you, Steve. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, as always, for coming to the podcast. Always appreciate you being here. It's always an honor and a privilege, and thank you for everything that you do for this channel. And Steve says hello. Frank is here. Frank's another person I want to thank for everything that he does for this channel with all his great poems. Hope you're having a great day. George says, hello, I'm taking your deep dip buy course. Great one so far. Thank you. Have a question, how to set up numeric values of ATR readings on your trading view. George, so what you want to do in trading view, it's under Keltner channels. So you want to go under Keltner channels. Let me see. Maybe I may have to do this, George. I may have to do this at the end. Well, let me see. Here's my Keltner channels. I need 3 to the upside, 3 to the downside. So let me find, let's see, here's the Keltner upper band. I want to put the factor, the bars used as 20, then I want to put a factor as 1. Then I have to go put another one, factor of 20, factor of 2. Then another one, factor of 20, factor of 3. In TradingView, you don't have to put it in 6 times. You only have to put it in 3 times. But put in the first Keltner band, the upper and lower, put in the bars of 20, factor of 1, put a second one on there, bars at 20, factor of 2. And actually, if you can wait until the end of the podcast, just because I'm running late, I think I can show you on TradingView. But essentially, you need 3 Keltner channels above, 3 Keltner channels below. The factor is 1, 2, 3 above and 1, 2, 3 below. But I'll try to pull that up, George, at the end so we can walk through it. Rich Burge, hey, bud. Good to see you. Hello, Greg and everyone. Hope you're having a good day, Rich. Tracy says, T-com, pennies away from a 520 cross. Can someone please backtest that? Well, I will try. And I cannot do it over on my end, Tracy, so maybe somebody else could. Jonathan is out of Monster. All right. Lily is here. Good to see you, Lily. Hi, Greg and group. Ava, good to see you. Ava, appreciate everything you do for this channel, my friend. Happy Monday. Kamal says, hello, traders. Good to see you, Kamal. Thank you for everything, bud, that you do for this channel and for your friendship. Steve says, Lyft rejected the 200-day moving average. Let's see. Yes, it did. It certainly rejected the 200-day moving average there. Frank has a poem for us. Let's see if I can get this in here. All right. Sorry, I've been scrambling from the beginning today. Always be cautious, but don't overthink. Analysis paralysis can drive you to the brink. Follow your rules and your boat won't sink. It beats worrying about the markets every little blink. That's great. Always be cautious, but don't overthink. Analysis paralysis can drive you to the brink. Follow your rules and your boat won't sink. It beats worrying about the markets every little blink. Oh, that's so great, Frank. Thank you so much for that, my friend. And let's give Frank a hand for that. That's outstanding. George says, yes, but I mean numeric values. Only true range 0.45, average true range 1.5. I can wait, no problem. Okay, so we're talking about 2 different things there, George. We're talking about the Keltner channels, and we are talking about average true range. They are 2 different things. A lot of people call the Keltner channels ATR channels. So what you want to do is you want to get an average true range reading, but unfortunately on TradingView you can only do it with the numerical value of 1. So if you get the value of 1 and you need a 0.45, you times it by 0.45. If you need an ATR value of 2, on TradingView, it's only going to give you a value of 1. So whatever that value is, you have to double it. So I'll show you my charts. Paxton says, nice, Frank. On point as usual. Steve says, monster. Rejected the 200-day moving average. Let's see. I just took monster off. Or are we talking about MNST? Oh, we're talking about. Yep, rejected up there where it normally does, right? 90% of the time. Wiener Dog, good to see you, Karen. Hope you're doing well. Nigma says, nice, Frank. I've been under analysis paralysis today. It's been a kind of a crazy day. Things are moving quick. Another meaningful poem, Frank. Thank you. Okay. All right. We're running a little bit late, but listen, before we start talking about our potential end-of-day trades, you know I like to talk about trader psychology. There's great Facebook, Twitter channels out there that have channels where they post really good, insightful, helpful, meaningful, good words of wisdom. And this is a new channel I've been looking at on Twitter called The Divergent Trader. You can follow The Divergent Trader over at Trader Divergent. It's a great channel. I love this post. It's so true, but go and support the Divergent Trader and subscribe to him on Twitter. It's good. It's worth your while, I promise. And let's see what it has to say. Most people approach trading to make a lot of money, and that is one of the primary reasons they lose. This is by Dr. Van K. Thorpe, very famous trader, educator. This is spot on. Most people go into trading to make money. I mean, let's not joke around, right? Of course, we all do it. But if you are trying to make a lot of money quickly, the trading gods don't like it. It never seems to work. I mean, I guess occasionally it works, but the majority of the time it does not work. Most people approach trading to make a lot of money, and that is one of the primary reasons they lose. You have to take the long-term approach of trading. It's the only thing that works. I've been doing this for 25 years. Look at each trade as the next, just one of the next 1,000 trades. Don't get married to it. Just take the position. Follow your process. If it's a loser, just get out. Don't worry about it. If it's a winner, write it up with your process. But it's over the long term, everybody. It's over the long term. To try to make money quickly, it's just a fool's errand. It really is. So one more time. Most people approach trading to make a lot of money, and that is one of the primary reasons they lose. I always talk about focusing on risk first. If you focus on risk first and manage that risk, the profits magically come. If you focus on profits and forget about risk, that is when the losses come. That's it. You know I say it all the time, but it is just true. But thank you, Divergent Trader. This is a great post. It's helpful for me. I hope it is helpful for everyone else. All right, let's take a quick look before we start looking at new stuff here. Amazon was up on the day. Nice profit target up there at 31.51. It is down now. I am in trailing stop mode. I'm looking for a close below the previous day's low to lock in some profits, but none of that has happened. It has got to 65 RSI. So once it gets to 65 RSI, automatically the 5 EMA rule kicks into place, but it's still holding above that. So down on the day, up on the trade. SPY. Oh, I forgot to talk about SPY. All right, so I did buy SPY. I buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I sell it first thing the next morning. I did buy SPY today at 468.53. Gapped open, sold at 469.60, got out, locked in the profit. We'll be buying this again today at the close, holding it overnight, getting rid of it first thing tomorrow morning at the open. The VIX trade's doing well, long from 2022. It's 2087. It's up 1 penny today. Did hit one profit target, and so this is up on the day and up on the trade. And then Facebook, of course, we bought the under 200, over 200, gone up nicely. Did peg the 50 SMA here. I'm looking for a close below the previous day's low. If it were to do that, I would get out of half. Hey, hold on 1 second. Sorry, need to take care of something. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Here we go. Frank says TCOM has a 520 EMA backtest is 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio, but only a 34% win rate. Thanks, Steve. Kamal says 40 watching, 17 likes. Thumbs up, folks. Thank you, Kamal. Appreciate that. Hey, there's my friend John. Good to see you, John. Hi, Greg and all. Pot stocks. Do you, can you give me a symbol? Can you give me a symbol, John? Tracy says the first three in the room all hit the thumbs up. Ah, great. Tracy said I stopped watching after that. Oh, Tilray. Whoa. Well, listen, that is a higher low V2, John, but it's just too far extended for me to get involved with this. It's just the risk to reward ratio is significantly diminished here. Is there one called Grow? No. Maybe if you could give me another one, we could take a look. Michael says Lyft regained the 200-day moving average. Boy. Yeah, it did, but it is a little high. It's up at the third ATR channel, 65 RSI. That's kind of the nosebleed seats for me. I mean, yeah, you could take a stab at it with the close over the 200, but you know, I have a rule, Mike, that if it's above the second ATR channel, I just let it go. It just, I mean, the risk to reward is good if it closes over the 200, but after such a big move up, I'd be concerned about a stronger move down. So that's how I look at that. John wants to look at MJ. I can't pull up MJ on my charts, John. I'm sorry. Shucks. Oh, Lord. Okay. We have 136. All right. Give me a second. Find, here we go. All right. All right, let's get started. Let's take a look at Rio. I know Ava bought Rio today at the open, up 2.46. Rich, if you're out there, you know all about Rio, and Ava had a wonderful, it's an under 30, over 30, under the negative 5 ATR channel, the 5 EMA, under the 5 EMA. I don't see any double bottoms, bullish divergences here. Yes, it has the under 30, over 30, but for me, it's really not enough. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly has the resistance of the 100-day moving average above. So, yeah, I'm glad for Ava, but I don't think I'm going to buy this here. I'd like to have more confluences. STAA does have a close under, close back over the 250-day moving average. Let me see if I can backtest this. STAA. No, I cannot backtest that. I don't know if anyone has the ability to backtest the under 250, over 250 on STAA, but that is a good risk to reward ratio. Also has a V2. Here's day 1, here's day 2. 2 washes out 1. Day 3 is closing above day 1's close. So it is a V2, and it is a close under, close over the 250. I don't think I'd feel comfortable buying that, however, unless someone could backtest that. Z has an under 30, over 30. It's inside of this big, huge down bar that's actually this big. It's from here to here. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly The 200 is 67.72. It is above that. I just get a little concerned, everybody, about buying into huge down moves like this. Yes, it is a under 30 over 30. It is a V2. It's up nicely today, 2.68%. But I just feel like the gravity is against this trade. CTSX also has an under 30 over 30. Does have a double bottom with a bullish divergence. Here we have a low with deep red MACD bars. We rally into green. We come back. We make a lower low on less deep red MACD bars and an under 30 over 30. Let's take a look over at the weekly and see. Weekly, I don't really see anything I like. MMC does have a 520 crossover. Let's see if I can backtest that one. And this does backtest well, I believe. Yes, it does, barely. Here it is, ETF replay. I'm using this by permission. Here's MMC with 520 crossover, running the backtest. It does backtest positively 45.5%. Not even close to buy and hold of 499. Let's look again. It's in the value zone. I like that. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly is right up against the second ATR channel and halfway of the last week's bar. I don't like that. Square earlier did regain the 250-day moving average. Now it has lost it. Keep in mind, Ava pointed this out to me. PayPal has earnings after the bell. That very well will affect Square. So even if it was above the 250, I'm not going to take it. Probably my favorite today is Twitter. We have all this sideways motion. We have a V2. Here is day 1. Here is day 2. Here is day 3. 2 washes out 1. 3 closing above day 1's close. And it went under 30, over 30. I like the sideways motion. It shows that there are some buyers that have shown up here. And that's why it's not continuing to go down. There is a group of buyers that is holding it up here. What would my stop be? My stop would be a close below halfway of the washout bar. Friday was the washout bar, so right about here. So it does give a really good risk to reward ratio and has support of the halfway of the washout bar and has support of the negative third ATR channel as well. So right off the bat at this moment, Twitter is my favorite here. VJ says GRWG. Woo! Look at that, everybody. Up 14.81%. I know I had GRWG on my list looking for a higher low. Apparently, I should have taken that. Wow. Tracy says Veil. Under 30, over 30, it's up 5.68% today. I don't see a double bottom bullish divergence. Yes, it has an under 30, over 30. Is it chasey? I think so. It's rejected the negative third ATR channel above. You know, under 30s, over 30s, I like them the best when they have a double bottom, bullish divergences, a V1, V2. This does have a V2 here. But I don't like that it got stuck at the negative third ATR channel as resistance above it. Steve says Tilray has a 520 crossover. Yes, it does. It's just beyond the tolerance that I can buy. I don't buy a 520 crossover over the second ATR channel. Steve says MNDY currently has. Yeah, well, this is a little bit more reasonable for me. This is Monday.com. I don't know what they do, but does it have a 520 crossover? 363.97, 364.02. So not quite the 520 crossover yet. if I'm reading that right, right? 363.97, 364.02. Nice bounce here, and a V2, false breakout the downside. 232,000 shares only. Weekly looks okay. Mike says Spice has earnings today. Yep, for those of you in Spice, it has earnings after the bell. Let's look at WBA. I looked at this earlier. Yeah, I mean, look, that's oh, now I lost my data screen. Oh, what's going on? It's been technical difficulties all day today. So while this is pulling back up, yeah, I like this. I mean, we closed over the 200 on Friday. We came back. We back tested the 200-day moving average. We're holding it above. We also back tested this previous resistance, and it looks like that previous resistance is exactly where we're holding. It is holding above that previous resistance. I like it. I actually like that. It gives a good risk to reward ratio. It held the previous resistance. It closed above the 200 and then now below, not below, but tested it again. Yeah, I like that. Let's put that on the list. All right, so my two favorite at the moment are Twitter and WBA. So I'm going to put those up here in my potentials. And WBA. And all right, and then we can get rid of Apple, and I'm just watching Netflix here. All right, so Facebook making a low on the day. Looks like, what's our low at? 339.64. So if it closes under 339.64, I am going to have to sell half. And then, okay, 339.64. Let's do this again. Okay, it is below. So currently I will have to lock in half my profits on Facebook if this does not hold. Amazon is holding the previous day's low. So the one I really kind of have to look at today is going to be Facebook. Oh, Steve said, Greg, I said Tilray had a negative expectancy. Oh, I see. Sorry, Steve. I've been trying to catch up from second one on this podcast, so maybe I didn't read that clearly enough. So thank you for the clarification, Steve. VJ wants to look at Micron. Micron's doing great, but it's just outside of the areas that allow me to buy it. You know, 92% of prices fail here at the third ATR channel. It's up big here today, but this is just not the kind of trading. I would look for Micron to come back to the value zone, sideways motion, look for a V1, V2. That's what I would be looking for at this point. So it looks like some of the indexes have gone. Okay. Well, everyone, this has been a day. All right. What do we have? 12 minutes left? Okay, I have time to restart this. My gosh. All right. I apologize, everybody, but the technology gods seem to be against me today. So let me try to log back in. see if that will let me. Okay, that's good news. So currently I'm looking at Twitter, also looking at WBA as long as it holds the 200. If it doesn't hold the 200, then no go. All right. So Facebook does look like it's going to close below the previous day's low. I'm going to get in, if it does, I'm going to lock in half profits if it closes below 339.64. Amazon is not below the current day low, so I don't have to mess with that. So Facebook's what I'm looking at. I'm also looking at Twitter. Probably my favorite one on the day. Good risk to reward ratio. I like the sideways motion. WBA also looks good if it closes above the 200-day moving average, which is 49.90. It's currently 49.92. So currently it's a valid day. It is a V1 to the downside, which I'm not thrilled about that. But looks like Twitter is definitely going to be my choice of the day. All right. So I'm just going to hang out, wait for Twitter at the end of the day. I think I'm going to pass on Walgreens because of the V1 to the downside. So I am going to pass on Walgreens. So I am looking at Twitter today, and I'm looking at selling half of my Facebook. Wes, hey, good to see you, Wes. Wes says, did you take a look at GRMN already today? I know you did earlier last week. Sorry, got in late. I did not, but let's take a look. Nice close back above the 200-day moving average. Let's see if we can backtest that. If I can backtest it. I can't backtest all symbols. GRMN. Unfortunately, sorry. Cannot backtest that one. You can see it's unavailable. I don't know if anyone else out there might be able to take a look at that. If they could, GRMN with the close over the 200-day moving average. But yeah, it's a nice clean close above the 200. You have the support of the 200 below you. So yeah, looks fairly decent. Let's take a look at the weekly for Wes. My only concern, we had the big down bar, but I'm not really too concerned about that unless it were to get about halfway. You're probably going to have some resistance here at about all right, it keeps getting better. Yeah, 153. But yeah, I mean, it's fairly decent. It's a nice little close above the 200-day moving average, so not too shabby. Facebook just holding yesterday's low. Or not holding, below it. So two potentials today, Twitter, V2, under negative third, over the negative third. That's probably my favorite on the day, so it looks like I will be buying that. We have about 6 minutes to go. Did it go under 30, over 30? Did it? Friday. Oh, it did. You are 100% right, Wes. Under the 30 on Friday at 29.80. Also back over. So nice confluence. Triple convergence. Under 30, over 30, under 200, over 200. Under the negative third, over the negative third. Yeah, I think it's good. All right. Paxton says, Ava, what do you like? Across the 30 as well. George says, are you taking Twitter on the dip buy strategy? Not 100% because it didn't go under 30, over 30, George. But I do like this sideways motion. I like the under 30, over 30. So it's not strictly a deep dip buy strategy because it didn't go under 30, over 30. But it's the combination of the sideways motion and the V2 and the under the negative third, over the negative third. It gives me a really good risk to reward ratio down here at 53.40. So less than $1. So that's why I am taking it. And then if we look at the weekly, it is above the -1 ATR channel. So that's the, for me, that's the best one I can see today. All right, and Facebook is under yesterday's low, so I'm just going to get this queued up here to sell half. I think I'll do that right now, sell half of Facebook. So my Facebook is gone. I did sell half with a close under the previous day's low after reaching 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. And then I am going to buy Twitter here at the close. Amazon's okay, right? Yeah, Amazon's still okay. All right. So again, everyone, I did sell Facebook, closed below previous day's low. Sold half the position. All right, I am going to buy Twitter here. All right, so I did buy Twitter. I did sell half of Facebook, closed below previous day's low. I will be buying the S&P 500 for the overnight SPY trade. That will go off automatically here in about right when the market closes. Boy, what a busy day. Holy smokes. All right, we've got a few seconds left. And there we go. Wow, what a day. That was a really volatile day, everyone. All right, let's see where I got filled on all this stuff. All right, overnight SPY trade. I got filled at 468.93. Twitter, I got filled at 54.10. All right, so here we go. Overnight SPY trade got filled at 468.93. Twitter got filled at 54.10. There we go. My stop on this is going to be a close below yesterday's washout bar, Friday's washout bar, under 53.40, and I did sell half of my position, locked in half of my position on Facebook. And by the way, let me get this up here, trading view, so I can show. I can't remember who it was. Was it George? Let's take a look. Let me grab this so I can show on the setup. Low chart. All right, so I'm going to bring this over so we can look at that in a moment, and we'll look at who was that. That was George Martin. Okay, I will look at that in just a minute, but before we do that, everybody, just want to cover a few pieces of business on my end. If my students have any entries, exits for me, this would be the time to go ahead, put them in there for me. But just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I'm a good teacher. I teach a great course where I teach you all 5 of my different trade setups that I've been using over the last 25 years. I teach you step by step. I think learning one-on-one is the very best way to learn anything, whether it's ice skating or whether it's guitar or whether it is trading, and that is why I offer these courses. The course is 15 hours long, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours, and again, I teach you step by step how to position size, end of day stop, emergency stop, profit targets, overhead resistance levels, trailing stops, everything that you need to know. I teach you step by step, and we do a lot of practice. We go through it a lot because when you're done with this course, I want you to be a really good trader and know what you are doing. So if you're interested, the course does cost $1,750. I know it's a lot of money, but trust me, it's worth every single penny. I have so many great students around the world. I've seen them improve after taking this course. So if you're interested, just send me an email. Email's in the link of the description of this YouTube video, and in the email say, Greg, potentially interested in taking your course. I'll say, great, let's set up a Skype call. Skype call is free. It's not a sales call. All I want to do is talk to you about your trading challenges, your goals, and then it's a good time for you to ask me any questions about the course. And then after the Skype call, think about it as long as you want. I won't bug you, I promise you. And one day if you wake up and you decide today's the day, email me back and we will get it we'll get it scheduled, and we will start, and you will become a better trader. I promise you that. Number two, I have a great online course over on udemy.com called the Deep Dip by Stock Trading Strategy. It's something I use all the time. It's a great course. It's 9.5 hours of video. It's 26 videos total, 15 study guides. And in that course, I teach you step by step how to trade the deep dip buy stock trading strategy. And I use it all the time. It's one of my favorite ones. And the best news, that course is only $12 to $15 over on Udemy. So, you know, if you're not able to financially do the one-on-one, start there. It's very affordable. There's lots of content. It's going to teach you a lot of good trading principles. And if you're interested in that, the link to the Udemy course is in the link of this YouTube video. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel, helps to keep the channel around, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content here. And yeah, I would just really appreciate it if you could. Real quick, let's get to George. Let's see. Okay, so George, do you see down here ATR 20 SMA? Just go into your indicators, look for ATR, and put 20 SMA in there. You can see on this particular bar, look over here. So if I'm over on today's current bar, it's 3,016.78. That is one ATR. So you can just put that on there. Just look for ATR. If you need a 0.45 ATR, take whatever the one ATR is, times it by 0.45. That will get you that reading. If you need a 2 ATR, what would be my 2 ATR reading? Currently it's 3,016.78. Well, that's a 1 ATR, so I need twice that. So that on TradingView, that is how you're going to have to get your 1.5, your 0.45, or your 2 is by just adding the 1 to it down here, and then using that as your template. If you need a 0.45, times the 1 by 0.45. If you need 2, times it by 2. If you need 1.5, times it by 1.5. So you see the Keltner channels up here, these are called Keltner channels. This is ATR. So you just need to go into indicators, look for an ATR indicator, put in the value of 20, and hopefully that answers the question for you. Okay, let's see who did what. Okay. Ava bought Rio and like MMC in Twitter, but I have pins, so won't buy Twitter. Okay, Steve Burns exited Beyond Me, or not Beyond Me, Boyd Gaming. All right, so we'll take Steve off of there. Ava says, Pax says thank you. Paxton says thanks, Ava. Ava says you're welcome. Tracy Hall is in Twitter. So the dynamic duo is in Twitter. And MMC. All right, Wiener Dog is out of half Facebook. Okay. Out of BYD. Okay. And in Twitter. All right. Frank is in a half position of Twitter. Jonathan is in Twitter. Ava's in MMC, 1/2. Okay. All right, so Amazon down today. Glad hit the 1 profit target, looking for a close below the previous day's low to start taking some kind of half profits on Amazon. SPY had the overnight SPY trade, bought that at 468.93. VIX down 1 penny, did hit 1 profit target up at 21.25. So far that's going well. And then Facebook again ad nauseum. I did sell lock in half today with close below previous day's low. All right, here comes Mike, ALKS. Mike is out of ALKS, yeah. Out of half of Facebook. Sold 1/2. One half LRCX. Okay. Out of space with earnings. All right. Space is gone. Out of XLU. That leaves Bacon Bandit. In Twitter, okay. George says, thanks, all clear. I thought the trading view could display a numeric value, not a line down, but that would handle with it. Okay, good. I'm glad that's clear. Sometimes it's a little hard for me to show people to do setups on charts, but I'm glad that helped, George. And thank you for taking the course. And please let me know if you have any other questions about the course. Kamal says, no trades today. I'm going to see if I can buy Twitter tomorrow on any correction down. Okay, sounds good. Kamal says, thank you, Greg. Have a great day, traders. Thank you, Kamal. Appreciate it, bud. All right, what's going on after hours? Dow Jones down 32 cents. Facebook down 10 cents. Gold had a nice up day today, and it's up after hours. Goldman Sachs up a little today. I am short that on the weekly. Q's down on the after hours. SPY down after hours. Bonds up a little bit after hours. Twitter down a little bit. And VIXY up a few cents. Paxton says, thanks everyone. Hope you all have a great day. You as well, Paxton. Hey, listen, if there's anyone else has anything to add, they want to contribute to the channel, jokes, funny sayings, I don't care. You want to look at a stock symbol, whatever you need, go ahead, type it on in. But before we do that, I just want to remind everybody about a saying that I like to leave off with every day. This is by Martin Kornfeld. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. And this is something I try to incorporate into my life every day. I really do go out and try to do one nice thing for another human being today. And it's worked every day. And it's worked well for me. And I think it will work well for you. It doesn't have to be anything that costs money. It can just be a smile, a wave, hold the door, be pleasant, help somebody pick something up. And it's a good thing. It really would make the world a better place. And if you could also go out and do something nice for an animal today, that would be twice as good. They would appreciate it just like the human. It's going to make you feel good. So try to remember this. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. Tracy says, thanks, everyone. Thank you, Tracy. All right. So nobody took WBA. Yep. So this is what I got cooking right at the moment. Amazon, down on the day, up on the trade. SPY, bought that today at the close. VIX, down a penny, but nicely up on the trade. Facebook, closed below previous day's low, sold half, locked in those profits. It's a bit of a red flag. It's a bit of a precautionary measure. In order to come down, really, we need to kind of close below previous day's low. And that's why that is concerning to me, especially after such a big move up. And then Twitter, bought that at 54.10. It's 54.09. So we'll see. But my stop is close, and that's what it needs to be. Risk to reward ratios need to be good, right? I'm risking 54.10. End of day stop 53.40, could come up here 57. Who knows? Who knows? We never know. All we can do is position size correctly, look for those confluence and combination of indicators lining up, take the trade, pull the handle on the proverbial market slot machine, and manage our trades, right? Tomorrow, manage our trades regardless of what they do. All right. Whew, man, what a day this was. Holy smokes. I had technology problems, all sorts of issues. All right. Well, listen, everybody, thanks for coming. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Be good, be safe. If you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up button before you leave today, I would really appreciate that. It does really help the channel out. And yeah, I just hope you have a wonderful day, and hope you had a good trading day. Try to get out, get a little air, get some exercise, do one nice thing for someone, maybe for an animal as well, and it really would make the world a better place. So thank you all for coming, everyone. Wiener Dog says, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. You as well, Karen. Looking forward to our next lesson on Thursday. So, all right. Well, I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and that will be it for today. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.